Welcome to Roleplay Cafe. This is John. We're going to be playing Alien again. We've been off for a few weeks.
Ooh.
Dell is not here this week, but we do have Todd and Dune, and we're going to pick up where we left off, do a bit of a recap, and then I think some action is going to take place. So last time, we had Yoko and Windows, who are Dune and Todd's characters, respectively, were trying to coordinate things and figure out uh, who they want to side with at the Cliff Dwellers camp. Um, and then we had Dr. Berter, who was played by Dell, over by another plateau where um, the a group of the uh, sorry, the name is escaping me. Oh, the children of the three divine were coming down and extracting something from a crashed ship, which is where the refugees crashed on the planet. The refugees are being held in a camp inside the with the cliff dwellers, and they don't know what to do with them. They have run from Mother Michaela, who is the leader of the children, and they have tracked them down to this planet and found their crashed ship and extracted uh, what looks like some sort of egg, a large cocoon-like egg that uh, they have put into some sort of like cage-like device and brought it back out of the crashed ship and into their own. At the same time, Dr. Bercher was fascinated by this and was trying to convince them that he may be able to assist with the location of the refugees, even though he knows uh, where they are. He's trying to keep that to himself. And Mother Michaela kind of coordinates with him that they're going to go off in different directions and reconvene later on to update one another as to whether or not the refugees have been found. In the meantime, Yoko and Windows were speaking with one of the three leaders of the Cliff Dwellers. Uh, they there's three of them. There is Vidon, who is an older gentleman, Yen Yamada, who is a relatively young Asian woman, and she seems to be a bit conniving in that she is trying to play as many sides as possible. And then there is the third woman, Dazuma, who uh, it really only has the best interests of the Cliff Dwellers uh, in mind and wants to get rid of these refugees because she's concerned that they're going to cause trouble, which they very well seem to be, at least so far. So Vidon is concerned about the refugees, wants to help them, uh, and is not really looking to dispose of them or use them as leverage to gain something for the camp, like Yen is. So Windows and Yoko kind of coordinated with them, and if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you are trying to, take them off of the planet and bring them back to the mother colony. Is that correct?
Yeah, we started with Vidon and also appealed to Zaduma, I believe, to try to convince them to say, "Hey, let us take the people. We will take them into our care, and you can be rid of them. But don't tell anyone that we were here."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
Yes, I mean, you don't quite. You've been in touch with Dr. Bircher, so you know that Mother Michaela is looking for them. Uh,
Yes.
but you don't quite have a sense for um, the capabilities, really, of what of
Right.
what these people are bringing, and how much trouble it could actually be for the camp, but also the mother colony itself. Uh, so yeah, so there is an older gentleman that was with the Don when you were speaking with him. They seem to be close friends. He introduced himself as Leonard. And when we left off last time, you, after speaking to Vidon and Leonard inside of Vidon's, yeah, small house that he has, uh, the four of you uh, started heading back uh, towards the Nabo Plateau, which is why is this pinging? There you go, right there. And yeah, Vidon and the rest of the executives and everything live in the enclave area, and the roundhouse is the meeting house where you spoke with them originally. And as you started heading over there, you and crossing this bridge, you started hearing um, yelling, uh, chants. It seemed like a big ruckus and crowd was being riled up across the side of the bridge uh, around the Nabo platform. Leonard, before this happened, Leonard and Vidon kind of gave each other a look uh, as though Vidon was silently informing Leonard to proceed with something. And he left. Uh, he left the Enclave Plateau a bit before the rest of you.
Yeah, I do
Uh,
remember Vidon giving a signal like, execute operation. What was it?
Yeah,
Order 66 or
right. Yes, something along that lines.
right. And there was this argument about another ship arriving, right?
So the other ship
Is
that
that Michaela's?
arrived was, yes, that was Michaela's ship, which Dr. Bircher was dealing with um,
we had.
at far away at the other plateau. I can show you the map so you can see.
So, if I recall correctly, the other ship, or at least Mother Michaela, had expressed her intention to go check out the air purifier first, the air
Yes, the
processor,
atmosphere processor.
atmospheric
Yes,
processor, and
yes,
then sweep along the colonists along the jungle's edge or something like that.
yes, yes.
Um, that was what I
Um, oh,
remember.
there. Okay, you guys
And
came
and
over
so
now. Okay.
and so we did want Dr. Bircher to kind of like, hey, like just delay them as much as you can, and we will try to get a extraction effort, if I
Yes.
recall correctly.
So can everybody see the colony, like the
Oh,
the map of the entire
no,
colony?
It
no,
looks
no.
black. We see the like
Circle.
white
No.
circle. Yeah, the circle, but we can't see the map
All right.
itself.
Hold
Oddly.
on 1 second.
Oh,
We're
it's
gonna
loading.
jump
Oh,
over here for a second.
Oh, it's
This
loading
is the
now.
mother colony screen. Can you
It's
see that?
it's 96% for
Yeah.
still loading.
Okay.
Boundary, fix your game.
Yeah, I got to do some research because this happens a lot. You just come to a black screen.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see the landscape shot of what the mother colony looks
It's a
like?
No,
beautiful pitch
it's a
black.
beautiful dark night.
Okay. All right.
Landscape.
Oh, I see a
Okay.
small. Oh no, that's
I
not
see Todd
the move.
moving
Nope.
Todd's
Okay.
cursor around.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit
Wait, hold
the
on.
the Foundry and restart it.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds okay. I'm gonna try
So you're gonna have to
to.
rejoin. Okay.
Okay, I turn the video off so that I
Do
don't show your
not
IP address, so that I
adjust.
don't have to edit because every time I try to edit it, makes me not upload videos for several months.
Go back. Critical failure. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to look into this. Figure out what the deal is.
it's hard. I mean, I'm sure that they have 100 different people who have the same issue for different reasons.
Oh, okay. Um,
All right. So I'm going to activate that. Okay. Now you guys can join.
Looks good. Joining in. Joining in.
okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Loading the Dylan colony. I
I
see
don't
the Dylan
understand why it
colony.
takes. I don't understand why it takes so long to load. I mean, this is like it. I mean, it's not even a megabyte. The
I mean,
the
that's
graphic.
definitely it's definitely a programming bug.
Or is it a
I would
feature?
think so. For if it has like a loading issue and it gets stuck at 96 and like the whole thing, the whole system slows down every time we try to switch maps, like.
All right. I see
Uh,
Todd in here. Do you
You
see
don't
the
see
screen
me?
yet?
uh,
Oh no, I see you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
okay. I see the colony.
Yeah,
Okay.
we all see it.
All right. Hopefully that solves the problem. Okay.
Okay.
So down here is where the two of you are, right?
Yes.
That's the
Okay.
camp, and these are this is a zoomed out version of that map we were looking at before.
Right.
Near the death
All
cliffs of
right.
justice that have spikes.
Yes. The crash ship. This is where they pulled the egg out of,
Okay.
and this is where their ship was, and
And our shuttle. I think we brought
Dud,
it over.
yeah, and Dudge and Dr. Bircher like landed around here somewhere. I don't remember where it was.
Cool.
So that they had this conversation with Mother Michaela and the the other children, and by children I mean with a capital C. That's just the name of their group. Uh, then that was up here on this plateau. So that was like what 4 or 5 kilometers away from where you're at. Uh, so that what they arranged was that Mother Michaela was going to search the atmosphere processor over here to the east, and Dr. Bircher was going to start searching for the refugees along the tree line, and they were going to meet somewhere down here. Uh,
Cool.
in a few hours or something along those lines. We can kind of play that by ear, and we can, if Dell's here next time, we can say it was a couple hours.
I
If
mean,
he's not here next time, we can say it was longer than that.
yeah, several days.
Okay.
In the 10,000 degree heat.
Okay. I was trying to get this straight in my head. Where are the refugees? Are they
They're
in
in
the
the camp
camp?
with you.
They're in the camp
Yes,
with us. Okay. All right. That's what I
yes.
thought. Okay.
So
They have like a refugee camp in the camp,
It's a refugee camp within the
but
camp.
they're like also caged.
They're caged.
Or like they're locked into a edge area of this plateau camp.
Okay. All right. So who saw? Was it just Yoko that saw Leonard kind of get the nod from?
No, we all saw that.
Oh, we
yeah,
all saw that. Okay.
yes, yeah.
So I'm gonna say to Yoko, like maybe we should find out what that was all about. You know.
I
Why don't we?
if if Vidon's intent is what I expect it to be, the laborers of this camp are probably making a move to make sure that whoever supports the others, you know, the opposition, whoever's supposed to the opposition won't be able to provide that support. Would be my guess. Let's just see how this plays out and make sure that we're ready to extract these refugees if we can.
Where is our jump ship in our
Uh,
navy?
so the last time you spoke with
Dutch?
Bircher, yeah, him and Dudge were still over here.
And they were gonna, you know, assist, or like, you know, they
It
claimed to Mother Michaela
exactly.
that they would begin the search, but so that was good. They did some good deception. Um, okay, we can radio Dudge and say, "Hey, Dudge, as soon as you can, get over here." But you know, obviously, without Michaela knowing.
I'll I'll be over as soon as I can. We need to wait for Michaela to take off and disappear uh, over the before we head out in that direction. Do you know where you want me to land?
Uh,
We can. I can.
just, I'll
Hopefully,
say,
hopefully we can switch back.
just get into the area, and we'll figure it out.
All right. I'm going to try to act. We're going to try to change over to the camp again, and hopefully this will work.
Worked perfectly, very fast.
Okay. Good. So the secret is we have to start the game. You join. I quit it. I restart it. Then you join, and then everything works.
You might have to close all your other tabs or programs.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna wing. You're gonna have Dudge wing like kind of where you want him to land when
So
he actually gets here.
yes, we have previously heard from the executives that it might be possible for our shuttle to land here on the unoccupied plateau. Although
Yes.
getting anyone from
Mm,
from the camp on their
yeah.
plateaus to this doesn't seem the most possible. So I want to keep the option of having Dudge stunt somehow pull off a aerial stunt to grab people off Judgment Bluff before they
Okay.
fall onto the spikes.
What?
Even that
Well, there's no
option
spikes there.
remains
That's
possible
Okay,
available.
okay, okay. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna swoop down below the bluff, and
Yeah.
people are gonna jump off the bluff, swan
Yes.
dive, land on the top of the jump ship.
Yes, the
Right?
jump ship is like a rotary helicopter, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
he's got it tilted perfectly as they
Perfectly.
go into the.
The refugees
Otherwise,
have to split the blades, you know, like cut right in between to land inside perfectly and safely. We're in good
all
shape.
right.
Just get over here. We'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. I'll be there. Give me 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Don't tip off Michaela, I say.
Got it. All right. So, what are the two of you going to do as you?
We
Vidon does. I mean, Vidon is walking ahead of you. He does not seem overly concerned, but you do notice that a look of panic seems to be coming across some of the guards on either side of the bridge between the Enclave and the Nabo.
Okay. Okay.
pardon, Mr. Vidon. I'm just gonna
Oh,
like
what?
casually, get his attention or like ask for his ear.
Uh, what is it? I thought we were going to resolve this with the refugees.
And what resolution have you in mind?
Uh, you said that you were going to escort them off the planet and ensure their survival.
Gladly, but it looks like there's a commotion up ahead. I just want, like, is he just like not
It's
telling us what's going on?
it's
Yeah.
it's nothing to concern yourself. We'll ensure your safety and those of the refugees.
uh, okay, very well, very good. Let, where are we? Sorry, I'm trying to out of character. Where are we going? Like, are we going to the refugee camp right now? Is that our trajectory?
I don't know. That's up to you.
Okay.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
Good.
Uh,
Good.
so
if you want to do something else,
Good.
you can.
Good. Okay, let's get on with it then. Like I can tell, I can, like we obviously sense the tension that there's something happening, but like, okay. If you say urgency to complete what we're doing, that's great. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go assemble the refugees, and we'll get them out of your hair. No problem.
All right. And he turns to two of the guards. So I'm imagining you're having this conversation on the bridge
Yeah.
as you're
Yeah.
heading over to Nabo. There's two guards on the other side that are looking around, panicked what to do, and they see Vidon and they say, "Sir, what do you want us to do?" It sounds like the workers are coming, and Vidon has a fairly calm look on his face and puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "Don't worry, my son. We will take care of this. Things are going to get a lot better here." And he turns to look at the two of you and says, "Escort these two men to the refugee camp. They're going to get them the care and attention that they need. We won't have to deal with them anymore." And he walks off into the crowd, and you start seeing people in these houses around the Nabo area are panicking. They are they're pulling out they're pulling out weapons, makeshift clubs. Uh,
oh,
they a couple of them seem to have like blasters or something. Uh, some of them seem like very old, like projectile based weapons rather than energy based.
mhm.
Um, and they are. It seems like they're preparing for a mob to be coming uh, across from the bluff. Uh, Vidon kind of disappears, followed by a few, uh, like a few henchmen or assistants into the crowd heading towards the bluff. And the guard directs you to the refugee camp. Uh, and he's going to escort you along the way. Are you going to follow?
I,
Or do,
that's where we're supposed to go, right? I mean, not supposed to go, but that's where we want
Um,
to go, to the refugee camp, right?
we should. Yeah. Yeah. I agree, Windows. We should tend to the refugees. What's happening here is both none of our concern and also what is exactly what is meant to be happening here at this moment.
Okay, all right.
So I think just to like put my mindset in a place, I think Yoko is like, so Yoko's UPP, right? And like I feel like Yoko must have been witness to some people's revolutions in the past, and it seems like there's some wealth disparity between Nabo and the rest of the place. So I think in Yoko's head, like this, the people are revolting, and this is how it should be.
all right.
So yeah, Yoko and will carry out follow our escort. I think getting to the refugees and informing them that what the plan is and getting them to be able to mobilize as quickly as possible is our priority.
This okay. So if I'm understanding this, it looks like the people from the bluff are coming over, and they're gonna get violent if things don't get calmed down, right? They're gonna get violent with the
Yes,
refugees, right?
that definitely seems to be the reaction of the people in Nabo that are panicking. Yes,
Uh-huh. Oh, the people in Nabo are panicking because the people from the bluff are coming over.
yes,
So the
they're the ones that
Nabo,
are grabbing weapons and makeshift weapons and ancient guns and that sort of thing out of their much better housing than what you saw over at the shanty.
uh, okay. So the Nabo folks are going to be between the refugees and the shanty folks when they come over.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So they're gonna run interference. And we're gonna be in the camp with the refugees, waiting for Dudge to arrive.
That is one way to look at it. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good way to look at it. I think they could take a couple hits for the team.
Okay.
All right. I'm good with that. And the fence to the refugee camp. Like, what are we looking at here? Is this like a chain link? Or is it a palisade? What is it?
It is. So you were over here before,
Mhm.
speaking with someone in the refugee camp, and it essentially think of it's very similar to like the fence that held in the T Rex in Jurassic Park. It's like these long
Oh,
pylons
okay.
with these thick these thick metal cables
Right.
that run like intervals of like maybe or maybe like 6 inches to a foot. Um, I mean, theoretically, someone could probably squeeze through them.
What
Uh,
is it
so
electrified?
it's more.
Timmy has to climb over.
You don't know if it's electrified, but
Oh, okay.
uh, I
Well,
mean, based off of the conditions of all of this, you don't suspect that they would be spending electricity to electrify this fence. That's
I
your
guess
assumption.
not. I guess not. Eh? I mean, yeah, things are kind of
There's other
primitive here, right?
ways to make
All
a
right.
fence impenetrable.
Hmm. Is is the access to the refugee camp? I mean, can the refugees
It's
lock themselves in, or are they being locked in?
they are locked in into
Okay.
this like little edge, this peninsula type thing of the plateau.
Hmm.
There are guards at the fence, but remember, you have a guard with you who theoretically should be able to let you in. Um, they so you suspect that the refugees stay in this camp, uh, out of and don't try to escape out of kindness, or they don't want to ruffle the feathers of everyone. They
Right.
they could probably escape if they wanted to, but they are guarded and they are desperate.
It
So
is hot as heck out here.
yes,
All right. Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, we're
Is that
keeping
is
on.
that
We're
a
following with them. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
all right?
following them. Yeah.
Okay, so as you get to some of the last of the houses, you see that a man is who uh, emerged from this house with what appears to be like the leg of a chair, is what, or maybe it's a table in his hand, and he completely ignores you as he goes by. He's headed straight up towards the bridge to the bluff,
He's coming out of the refugee
and
camp.
he's no, he's coming out of this
Oh,
house
okay. Sorry.
right
Yep.
before the refugee camp.
Right.
And you barely notice him because you passed so many other people. You would suspect he's probably in maybe his 30s or maybe early 40s. Uh, but what you do notice is a little girl comes running out after him, screaming, "Daddy, Daddy, don't go!" And followed not far behind him is a woman who you suspect to be this girl's mother, is trying to collect her and hold her back and console her that her father has to leave. Uh, and then the woman makes eye contact with you, and you haven't seen this woman before,
Right.
but like there's obviously a look of recognition in her eyes that you are an outsider, and she runs up and says, "Can you take us with you? I fear for my daughter's life. I don't know, I don't know what's going to happen."
Well, what do you think? I think we got enough room, don't we, Yoko?
I am kind of like I'm surprised at Windows, and I like, yes, I don't see why not. And what of the girl's father? I'll ask the mother.
Uh,
I
I don't think he's
I
coming back.
um,
Yeah.
I can try to go get him. If you can watch her, I'll go gather him. If you can bring all three of us.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh, we're gonna get stuck with a kid.
no, no, no. I look at the woman and I say no,
No,
no.
no, no, no. Yeah, that
you're
that
you
yeah,
you you're not. Is
yeah.
he's
Don't leave
doing
your
what
daughter.
he is meant to do?
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
want to,
yeah.
if you want to protect the girl, you need to remain with her and come with us. We are
Mhm.
bringing the refugees off world, and we can accommodate you as well.
She looks over, kind of between some of these buildings across to the other plateau, and you can see that something is starting to burn over there.
Oh,
Uh, and there is yelling. You don't hear uh, or see like any violence or anything yet, but she seems to weigh her options for a moment, and then she says, "Okay, we'll stay with you if you can ensure that we can safely get off world."
best
And
we can. Yeah.
she starts explaining to her daughter that they're going to stay with the two of you, and will be finding a better place to live.
Um, what's their names?
Uh, the woman introduces herself as Susan, and their daughter is Elizabeth.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll
Uh,
yeah, we'll do the best we can to keep you safe.
Thank you so much. I I don't think it's safe to live here anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at her very directly and say, "What have you done? What have you done to the other people here to make them so angry that you would feel unsafe?"
I I don't know what you mean. I've just been raising my daughter as best I can. I We
You
hardly
know,
ever leave now, though.
I'm being very accusatory. Sorry, but you
Okay.
know that those people have been mistreated to the point where they're ready to revolt. No, I'm asking for confirmation of that.
Um, Give me a manipulation
Okay.
roll. See if you can get her to, actually acknowledge. Yes. Um, let's see. What is you freeze?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So she, you see a look of shame come across this woman's face, and she says, "They, the workers are always the last considered. We they always get the the worst shares of the crops and meat, and I haven't been to their plateau, but I know from talk that they live in absolute squalor,
Oh
and
damn.
I've I've always felt sorry for them, but my my daughter had as good as a life as I could give her, and I I didn't want her to lose that.
Well, probably gonna be losing a lot here today. Um, yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad, lady.
Your instinct to protect your daughter is commendable. You, you and your daughter will live a better life with with us in our when with our colony, if you come with us. Although a
Well,
better life
now,
might not be as you know catering to the abuses that you've clearly participated in here on this world.
now I don't feel so bad at all about the Nabo folks being stuck in between the refugee camp and the workers coming across. You know, yeah, that's not good. That's not good the way they treated those folks. Oh well, I guess things will take care of themselves.
Um,
Let's get out of here.
just stick close. I guess I'm still like dealing with them. I don't know how
All
I
right.
freeze, but
Uh,
we'll
I'm
continue. We'll
going to
carry on.
say that just the freeze isn't actually. I don't think it really needs to have some sort of effect right now. I think that I will be able to introduce it very shortly.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, the guard lets you into the refugee camp, and you can see, there's lots of heads that are peeking out from some of these refugee camps. I mean, tents. I mean, obviously, they can hear what's going on, but they have no idea what is happening. Um, but when they see the gate open, and uh, I guess there's five of you that step through. They start emerging from the tents. The man that you spoke with before steps forward, and he says, "Is is something happening? I Should we be concerned?"
It's
Oh yeah,
happening quick. We have to move fast. Get everyone ready to move.
gotta get you
We're
people out of
taking you
here.
all off planet as quickly as possible.
That's
And
right.
I'll be explicit with them, and I'll say, Mother Michaela has arrived on world, and our intention is to um, take you back to the mother colony without her being able to follow us.
Well, thank you so much. I we'll get. I'll get everyone to get prepared, and
You
it
have
shouldn't take long. We don't have many belongings.
you have 5 minutes, even though
Out of
yeah.
character, John. Can you just remind me again? Why does Mother Michaela want these refugees?
Uh,
Unclear. I think.
you do not actually know exactly why
Oh, okay,
she
okay,
wants them.
right.
You don't have a very good sense of why they are on the run either, other than, you know, I mean, Mother Michaela must be up to something nasty to have these people fleeing from her. But yeah, you're not entirely sure why she's just not letting them go.
Okay.
Um, the that might become more clear later on.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is kind of your introduction to Mother Michaela.
We do have a possible theory, or potentially a red herring, that they did retrieve that egg from the ship. So it could be that they were most interested in the egg, but we, will assume that they're also interested in the refugees for now.
Right.
We
So
gotta get on the radio there with Dudge there and get an ETA.
Yeah, status Dodge. After
Yeah.
after we tell the
I'm
refugees 5 minutes, I'll say status Dodge.
I'm about 10 minutes out. We, we took off, and we've been clearing out some space for these refugees.
Good work.
Do you have a LZ for me yet, or
Hmm. Based
Uh,
on visual inspection, does it look like there's any place to land over here?
yes, he would be able to land there. Um, Everyone in the colony, I mean, in the camp, would obviously see this ship flying in from 20 or 30 feet above and landing there, and
Yeah.
they have not seen any ships land anywhere near them.
Yeah.
So you don't know what the reaction would be, but he could certainly do that. Uh, it will require a piloting role to successfully do it in such a way that the all the refugees and the two of you uh, can safely get onto the ship
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
But there is plenty of space there.
I think that's plan A, but I don't. I mean, I'm.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, we get him to land with his I don't know, loading ramp facing the tents, and they can just rush into the jump ship.
We don't have any
Okay.
mass requirements or anything. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't need to tell everyone like pack light. Everyone
Yeah.
naked.
Oh, I thought you said mask requirements. I'm like, well, it's, I just immediately thought of like the pandemic.
Contagions.
Okay. No, there's the refugees. There's only about 9 of them,
Okay.
plus the two. The girl and the mother, and then the two of you is well within the weight requirements of what um, the dropship is capable of.
Okay, great.
All right. So you see there is, some of the refugees are emerging that, they just have some meager bags and stuff that they've packed with, whatever belongings that they've kept with them at this point. And the man that you spoke with, whose name is Chakandi. I don't know if I don't remember actually telling you that before, but uh, Chakandi was the person that you spoke with both through the fence originally and just now, telling him, you told him to coordinate, and everybody has 5 minutes to get ready. He comes out with a lot of things in his hand. He's got several bags stuffed full of stuff. Uh, some of it seems like personal belongings, like books, and then other things almost look like scrolls or leaflets of paper. Uh, and he, sees the look on your faces as you see all of the stuff that he's carrying with you, and he says, "This is this is a record of our travels, and a record of everything that all of all of these refugees have gone through, and their documentation to prove who they are. I didn't want to leave it behind."
Oh. Why?
Yoko's keenly like in the same page as this person. When he says this, Yoko will try to like help him, like just carry some stuff. And meanwhile,
Okay.
tell the woman and their daughter like, go get your stuff. You have 3 minutes now.
Uh, they Do you want a guard to escort them back to
Yeah, I mean
their house?
they need to be
Or
escorted both ways through the gate. Is that
okay.
how it works? Is that how it works?
Well, I mean, the gate is open, but I mean, they could go through by themselves, but
Just
they
let
might
I think just let
encounter
them.
some.
I think just let them go.
Just let
Like,
them
go get
go.
your stuff and get back
Okay.
over here. If you're not back in 3 minutes,
All
we're
right.
leaving without you.
Okay. So,
But yeah, yeah.
you go ahead. What
But
were
the
we gonna
main
say?
thing is I want to help. I want to help. What's his name?
Chikanda.
Chikandi.
Chikandi.
Yeah, I want to help Chikandi. Like, just I want to actually help take some of this record keeping into custody because I feel like that's our mission here. Like, we care about the records.
Okay. You take one of the bags that is like has paper spilling out of it,
Yeah.
and as you take it, one of them almost falls out, and when you pick it up, you see that it is a letter, or appears to be a letter that was written by Mother Michaela
Mm.
to Chakandi.
Mm.
I'm going to give you,
Ooh, a handout.
yes, a handout. Can you see it?
Yes, my
Yes,
devoted
yes.
children.
We have to see here.
You want to read this in character, Todd? You want to be Mother Michaela?
I I don't even know who she is. No.
She's
Mother.
synthetic. She's
Yeah.
lanky.
Oh yes, yeah. We forgot to mention that she
I
is
can't do lanky.
synthetic.
I can't do lanky. We have finally found our masters, our rulers, our gods, and all we now seek is to become one with their purity. They generously accepted our gifts. Those who gave of themselves go willingly to create those gifts. Huh? Those gifts are now I can't
It's very hard to read those S's.
shining their happy, oh my, souls upon us from eternity. We must help our masters in everything they do. In pursuing their dreams, you bring yourself closer to their unique perfection. Go out, bring the people into our fold, find what we need, and you will be rewarded with the highest prize there is. Until then, remember the writings of our lost Grand Seer. Uh, is that Danik? Danik
Uh,
Rudy?
yes, that's right.
Yes. That tell us of the undiscovered Nephilim, yeah. The immortal fallen gods whose touch is all around us, of the blessed destroying angel, of the music that what is that what
Stirs their
stirs
hearts.
their hearts, and we can move worlds. And whilst we now pursue the perfection of our masters, never forget where they and the angels and we came from, all distant cousins under the majesty of the Nephilim. Mother Michaela.
Mother
That's
Michaela, you need to
yes.
go
That's
to
hard to read without
calligraphy school.
cheaters. Okay. Uh
And then
intact
there's
what's it say? Intact nav computer and data compression coil, compression catalyzer, secondary generator buffer, fractal conduits, inline fuel suppressors, load sharing units, all-purpose wiring, and relay connectors. Anything else looks useful. Oh, that's got Windows attention there. What's all going on there?
uh, you suspect that this is either a list of things that they're looking for or a list of the things that
They
uh,
stole.
that
Anything
the
else looks.
refugees may have taken with them.
Hmm. I'm gonna go with. Oh yeah, maybe they took the stuff with them.
does
All
does
right,
does what? Sorry, name again. Let me write this down because I'm gonna forget.
Chikandi.
Chakandi.
Chikandi.
Chokandi.
Chikandi.
Wow,
Okay.
that's totally not what I had, but
Chik-
it works.
Chokandi. Um, Chikandi. When Chikandi has been speaking with us, do we get the sense that he's a technical person or not a technical person,
Uh,
or do we not know?
he's. I mean, you haven't. This is the only refugee that you've spoken to.
Yes.
But you do get the sense that he is at least somewhat technically inclined. I mean, they did fly a ship over here, so they some it might not be him, but one of these refugees, whether they've died already or one of the survivors, has knows how to fly a ship. Um,
Yeah.
so, I mean, you get the sense that they are not as um, inexperienced with technology as the rest of the cliff dwellers are.
I see. I see.
Okay.
I guess I was.
John, I'm sorry. It's 8:04. I gotta
Oh
step
yeah.
out for a
Sure.
second. Okay, I'll be back
Okay.
shortly.
All right.
Should we take a short break?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Short break.
What's that mean? Activity status. Oh, okay. You can do that now. In the zone, gaming, chilling, grubbing, wandering in real life, watching stuff, clear stuff.
What are you talking about?
Oh, there's just this plus symbol now beside my name in Discord. It says
Oh,
activity status beta. And I could say like, here, oh, gone, gonna be right back.
oh
Or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in
Yeah.
the
That's
zone, gaming.
that used to be an automated thing in Discord for like because Discord is originally for video games, and
Yeah.
so if you're playing a game, you could allow Discord to determine what game you're playing, and then it would tell it'd say next to your name what game you're playing. So I think this is an attempt to like add like generic functionality where you can say instead of
Really?
saying what game you're specifically doing, you can just do generic stuff or add something custom.
Oh, customs. Let's see what it says. So I go Netflix and chill. Netflix.
Wait a
What
minute.
the heck is that going to say? Is that actually going to do that? No way.
Yeah, it'll say that next to your name.
No, it won't let me do that. Uh,
Oh, you may need to be a paying user. I think
maybe, yeah. Yeah,
that's a
probably.
possibility.
Or there's, well, no, there's, no, yeah, it won't let me confirm it. Okay. Oh, all right. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, what Dune is up to now. Alien. He's up to, he put a squid person there. Face hugger. Oh, you were able to do that? Oh, I can't do that. How did you? Because I can't put a custom. Anyways, I don't want to get caught up in all this, but yeah. All right. Yeah. 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 Okay. And that's what I did. Oh, okay. 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 Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. And then I confirm. Okay. Now I'm dragging. Dragging. Okay, got it. Got it. I understand. Okay. All right. Now I know. The more you know. Right on. Here you go. All right. Learn something new today. Ooh.
Yes. All right. So
Both sides.
okay, so are you going to pocket it or are you going to put it back inside of the bag that you're carrying?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Is Chicondi a synthetic? Is he a skin job?
You so I will tell I so Windows would probably have some experience with synthetics because they're often used for, technical repairs and manual labor and stuff like that. So he does not appear to be like any synthetic model that you have seen. I mean, obviously, there's ways to tell. Like if uh, you know, cut his head off, there'll be a whole bunch of white stuff instead of blood. But he does not appear to be any known synthetic to Windows.
Okay. All right.
Dr. Bircher would probably have a method of, actually determining that, possibly even discreetly. Uh, and if when things calm, but you wouldn't be able to do that until like things calm down and everything. I think.
Yeah. Well, but I'll keep that in the back of my head. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
All right. So uh, after congregating all of the refugees towards the general area that Dudge is going to land, you start seeing from the north Dudge flying in the dropship. And now we're going to do a roll for Dudge to ensure that he has sufficient does a sufficient job in landing so that no one is injured and everyone can get on board without too much problem. And he got one success, so he is the dropship comes like roaring down, like it is deafening the sound. And he swings, he flies past the plateau and then swings around and lands in such a way that the ship is now facing in this direction. And so the cargo, the cargo ramp can come down and everyone can get on board.
Okay.
So people, people are like, you start organizing everyone to get in because there's, only a couple of them can get in at once. And as you're doing that, you see the girl and the mother running with overloaded with bags. Like she tried to bring way too much stuff
Yeah.
in comparison to what these refugees have. And all of the refugees and the two of you get on board. Dr. Bircher is helping them, get situated and stowing all of their belongings and stuff so that, they're not sliding all over the dropship while Dudge is flying around. And you are gesturing towards the mother and daughter to, get to the dropship. And that's when you see another ship in the distance
Oh no.
flying towards the Cliff Dwellers camp.
Can we make that? We identify it?
Yes, Dudge. You ask Dudge, and he confirms that it is Mother Michaela's ship. And it starts, it's still a little ways off. So, I mean, you feel like you may be able to get away. We're going to find out. But while you're getting the mother and daughter up into the ship, it begins circling over the entire Cliff Dwellers camp. And the cargo bay doors open up. And you start seeing these creatures falling out of the ship and into the camp. And this is what it looks like. Can you see that?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
That's not very exciting then.
The great reveal.
I see the alien logo.
You can't see that?
No.
It says Deacon, and there's
I see Deacon
logo, like the
I don't see the
facehugger.
logo.
You can't see the
Wait a
picture though.
No, I can't see the picture. No.
Actually, I can see the little symbol that shows that there's an image that's supposed to load in here.
Yeah, there's a symbol there for Deacon, but
let's see. Let me see if I can find it another way. Are they in handout somewhere? NPCs.
I wonder why this is not working.
Multiple.
Deacon.
This,
it's just not loading in. Like
I feel
it's
like
there.
this is like ruining the game.
Aww.
No, I can only imagine how terrible this is.
Okay,
It
I'm just
quite
gonna
nice.
post a Discord.
It's like a unicorn.
What?
It's like a unicorn.
I posted it to Discord in the alien chat.
Oh my god!
Okay, let me pop it into the
okay
thing somehow. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So you see several of these things falling out of the dropship and into what you assume are the various plateaus of the Cliff Dweller camp. And you can't imagine what is going on there.
Okay, so
but
these
you
are being
start
like
seeing
sprinkled onto the different
well,
plateaus.
sprinkled is a bit of a strong word. Like there's one
Oh,
being dropped into each of the plateaus.
Okay,
oh, okay,
one. Okay.
okay.
So there's like four. You see four of them fall out, and they're jumping out of the ship in various intervals, so that they're spread along amongst the camp. Uh, and you see one fall into the Nabo area and start hearing screaming, echoing from further inward towards the direction of the meeting house. What do you want Dudge to do?
Get us out of here.
Yeah.
Punch it.
All right.
There's not like a creature running, charging at us right now, right?
No, no. You see them fall out of the ship, but they kind of disappear like behind all of
Yeah,
the
wait.
housing and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Dutch will give you the
Indeed.
go signal when everyone's on. Like
I say,
ice.
just go. I just like,
Well, is everyone on board yet?
well, we can have that
Yes,
great.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. All
Everyone
right.
is on board. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Punch it.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do another piloting roll to see if uh, you guys are able to outrun Mother Michaela's dropship. So you guys have access to Dudge, right? Like you
Let's
can
look.
you can pull up his
I
character sheet,
I
and
believe we can.
he's under crew.
Crew, Dutch, got him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you do a piloting roll for me?
Oh wow, Dutch is really good at piloting.
Yes. All right. I got
One.
0 successes. So you got
Huh.
one.
Oh wait, did we both roll it? No, you rolled it before.
No, no, I rolled that before. That was for the landing. So you are going to successfully escape from Mother Michaela's dropship.
Can Dutch push?
Uh,
Can
but
we
it's
push for Dutch? No, right? Because yeah, he's
uh,
no.
no, you cannot push for an NPC.
Great.
Uh, so you have successfully escaped the ship or the dropship, and have headed up into the atmosphere and are about to redock with the Solovetsky Island. Uh, However, there is still the possibility that the other ship may be able to uh, fire at you before, like that.
Oh yeah,
So just to clarify, you're both in drop ships because you both have ships up in orbit.
correct.
Uh, so the other ship is armed. Uh, you were you heard that from when you checked in with Solovetsky Island. And so there's now the possibility that you may be fired upon before you can start making your way back to the mother colony. So there's
Who?
going to be a significant amount of time that's going to be required before you can, you know, Dudge has to dock with the Solovetsky Island. You unload, and the jump coordinates are put in and everything, and you begin your FTL travel.
Can we have someone who's on board begin the process of firing up the FTL?
Well, so let's see who is
Who's on
on
board?
board. Let's see. Lakota is up there. She is not trained in piloting. Tan is up there. He is not
Not
trained in
trained.
piloting. I think Emily has actually been with you, right?
Emily was planet side. That's right.
Yes. So Hamada is trained in piloting, so she is up there, so she can begin the process.
Okay, just get it going. Whenever we get back, we have to, get the dropship back on board, and then we can go. But Hamada's initiating the FDL protocol.
Yes. All right. So, what are you going to do with all these refugees?
Oh, okay. We have what?
Gosh.
14? Is that what it was? 14 refugees?
Uh, there is 9 refugees. There's 8 plus Chikandi, and then there's the girl and her mother. So you have 11 extra people on your ship.
Where did I get 14 from?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 14, including the 3 NPCs. Maybe that's what you got. Maybe.
That's what it was. All right. No,
Yeah,
I had 14 from last time written down. All right.
Priority
got-
is to get the like the red shirts to enter cryo, so we don't have to feed them.
Right.
And then we can keep Chikandi. We keep most of our crew. We can send Tan into hypo.
Okay.
Just so that we can spend a day of one meal of rations to make sure we have it sorted who's
Okay.
and going into cryo, and also that we are safely out of the clutches of Mother Michaela.
All right.
like meanwhile we'll assign, I don't know, Tan and Lakota. Oh no, Lakota's the only one who's pilot capable. So we'll have
No,
Tan.
Hamada is the
Oh,
is the
okay.
pilot capable.
Okay, so we'll have Tan and Lakota, who's security. We'll have them make sure that they can ensure that all the civilians, or like the bit people, can get into cryo in wherever they need to be, if it's in the med bay or in the actual cryo sleep place.
Okay. So you start making these arrangements, and we're going to determine if the ship is capable of firing on you before you go into jump. Just 1 second. This is okay. So I need you to do a roll for Dudge. Oops, never mind. Sorry. I was going to see if a prompt came up for modifiers. It does not. So please drop Dudge's piloting skill by 2 when you do the
Okay.
roll.
Drop Dudge's
And then-
piloting by 2 and roll it. I will do that.
Yeah. And then I'm going to roll. That's the maneuverability of the Solovetsky Island. And then the attack capabilities of the other ship is going to be 66. You got 3 successes.
Wait,
I gotta keep
I
that.
think I dropped it by 2, but let me try it again because I did something. Yeah, it should have been lower, but so let me.
Okay, but you still got 3 successes. So that works out.
I changed the number, but because I clicked the button before I clicked elsewhere, I don't think the number actually changed in the roll.
Okay. All right. I don't think I got it. Yeah, I'm rolling horribly. Wow. All right, I got 0 successes. So, yeah. So after everyone gets, you get everyone stowed away. Dudge goes up to the bridge and takes over for Hamada, who finished, plugging in the calculations for jumping back to the mother colony. And Dudge takes over and starts bringing you out of orbit, and you start, watching the radar signal, and you can see the silhouette of Mother Michaela's ship following you. It fires a missile, and it is about to hit you a few seconds before Dudge enters you into FTL, and you zip off towards the mother colony at faster than light travel. All right. So you have you've arranged for Chikandi to be conscious. I assume you want to have a conversation and maybe find out a little bit more about what's going on. But you are now on your way back to the mother colony, and we have everyone but the three of you, the three PCs, Dudge, and Hamada awake. Oh, and Jakandi are awake. Are they're awake? Everybody else is in hypersleep. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So just Windows, Dr. Bircher, Yoko,
Oh,
Chikandi, and
Dr. Bircher's
Dutch.
with us. Oh, I guess
Yes.
he was with Dudge. That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You didn't leave him on the planet or anything.
I was wondering, how the hell are we going to do this?
Yeah, he was with Dutch
Okay.
the whole time. So there's five of us that are awake. Is that right? The
Yes,
three
that sounds right.
PCs and Dudge and Chikandi
Oh, and Hamada,
and
because
Hamada.
she was putting in the FTL coordinates.
Do we? So just to get our rations straight here, how much rations do we have?
We have 126 days of person days of
Yes.
food, I guess.
Yes.
So so
Right?
would that
It
is that
is.
enough to keep us going if we all stayed awake? Just to know.
Is it 6 days back to
Uh,
the mother colony
Oh, that was
from
yes.
9.
here?
It is 6 days back. So that is.
That's only
So
30.
there are five of you. So yes, that is enough.
That's enough, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about it. At least we can.
No.
That's true.
We could enter cryo at our leisure.
Mm-hmm. Once we
Um,
make sure about this Chikandi and what he's up to, because I'm not.
okay, so
Yeah. I'm just saying he'd be the next person I'd put to sleep.
okay, yeah.
Because
So
I don't know.
let's just be having a conversation with him before we put him to sleep, or like before.
Sure.
Okay. I just have to. Sorry, I have to step out again and put
Okay.
you know who to you know where.
Putting,
Okay.
you got to put Sam to sleep. Putting to sleep is not really the best way.
All right. Do you want to take another break, or should we
We could just talk. That's fine. I
start
don't need
recording?
another break unless you do.
No. So, we're just gonna kind of collect the broad strokes. So we left Dylan Colony. We have
Yes.
all the refugees. Mother Michaela 100% saw us. In
Yes.
the alien universe, how is tracking across FTL?
Unless it's virtually impossible to track across FTL. There, I mean, there are, if you have access to, like, if somehow they had access to your system, like the systems were linked, you
Uh-huh.
could coordinate the travel between other people, but um, there's not really the long range sensors that there are like in Star Trek. Like you
Okay.
can,
If and I can
it's
imagine that Chikandi or a refugee has like a beacon or something that would be possible. I assume.
so what essentially what you need to do the travel is you need like navigation charts. So there is a actual record of how you can travel between solar systems
Hmm.
at faster than light between from different solar systems. So sometimes you have to like, jump between solar systems to get
Mm-hmm.
somewhere
Mm-hmm.
because there's not a direct path from
Mm-hmm.
the one you're at to the one you want to go to.
Okay.
Uh, so essentially, someone there needs to be a documented path to get to where you're going, and you need to know where you're going. You can't just follow somebody. Does that make sense?
Yes. I see.
So the only way multiple ships can jump together would be is if they all do the exact same calculation
And
and
they
they
plot
communicate that
together.
calculation to one another.
Okay.
And uh, so the uh, the key is to know what those paths are between the different systems so that you can get to where you want to go.
That's cool. I also would not put it beyond Michaela to to be able to hack our common database if need be. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can feel somewhat secure in the fact that we made the jump or FTL. That we're not necessarily being followed, because following us would be very, very difficult, or at least would require them to have the same plan that we have. Cool.
Okay, so what's happening?
I was just asking questions
I
about FTL and how trackable we are.
so I was just explaining that um, you can't just follow someone's FTL travel. You need to in order to do this FTL thing, you need to have a documented path between solar systems. So, in order to get across multiple solar systems, you need to know how they're linked to one another through FTL travel. So there's like navigation charts that
Right.
allow you to figure out what that path is, and that's essentially what the calculation is. Is
Okay.
you're figuring out where you need to be inside of the solar system and the exact like vector that you need to get to the next one in the path that you're going to, and then you have to go from there to another one, and then there to another one.
Okay.
Depending on how far you're traveling,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
Cool.
So tracking us isn't going to be easy for them.
No, if they knew what system you were in and they had the navigation charts, they could probably get there. But
Okay.
uh,
Right.
you know, no one seemed to reveal that information.
I
So
mean, we did. I think as far as what should be accommodated in our game, I think we definitely told the Dylan people. Is this Dylan? This is Dylan, right?
this,
Colony. Yeah.
yeah, Dylan is where you just came from.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah. So we definitely told the Dylan people that we have the mother colony, but we didn't give them like the star charts and say this is where we
right.
are.
Right.
Plus, they've been living on that planet for generations, so they don't really have the concept of star charts the same way. I mean, they might have an idea of what that means, but
Oh, I
they
see. It's
don't.
generations. Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
not. Yes, they're not trapped. They haven't actually uh, traveled by. Yeah,
So I feel like it's safe to assume that Mother Michaela will know that we have a colony and that we are collecting people, but
that is probably
Mother
a strong
Michaela
assumption.
probably
Yes,
won't know where we are necessarily yet. And
correct.
what interest Mother Michaela has in our collection, or our assembly of colonies, will be remains to be seen.
Right.
So Chakanda, uh, as we expressed to you before, our mission is one of reconnaissance and assembly. Trying to coordinate the Spinward colonists for a better life, for a better civilization, an interstellar civilization.
To boldly go.
Where
um,
everyone has gone already.
I want to just gauge his reaction to that. He's cool with that. He likes it.
Uh, yeah. His response is I, I can appreciate the the importance and the gravitas of your mission, but I will be honest that Mother Michaela had promised something similar, just not using the exact words that you just did.
And what and how did Mother Michaela violate her own claims? Basically, I'm asking how like how did she may have spewed similar rhetoric, but like where did it go wrong for you specifically, for you and your people?
Her she spoke of these gods and givers of a lost destiny, but in reality, she people disappear from our camps and with no explanation as to what happened to her or happened to them, and we only fear the worst, that they were involved in some horrid ritual or something like that. There's also something off about her. She does not appear human,
Oh yeah,
and it has increased over the course of the years that we've been with her.
she's
Uh-huh.
changed over the years.
Yes, her form has stretched and grown unnaturally. I can't explain it.
So from our perspective, that doesn't sound like any synthetic behavior that or like evolution that we're familiar with, right? Like from our
Oh
perspective,
no,
synthetics
no,
don't change; they're always the same,
that's
right?
that's correct. They
Yeah.
don't age,
Yeah.
anything like that. Are you going to mention that, like bring that up with Chikandi, or
Yeah,
is
I'll
this
say.
just
I'll
internal
just say it.
discussion?
I was asking it internally, but I'll say it aloud.
Mhm.
That is curious. The the synthetic models that we're familiar with don't evolve or change at all. However, we're not familiar with whatever model Michaela is using.
And you see a look of surprise come over his face, and says, "You're saying Michaela is a synthetic?"
That was the determination of Dr. Bursher here. Dr. Bursher sitting here,
And
silently nodding.
she
Silently.
and like you see like a sinking feeling comes over him, and he says, she said humanity was going to be blessed by these divine creatures, and she wasn't even human herself. I I don't know. I don't know what to think. These these things she said seemed real. The things that I saw, but I I don't know if there was this some sort of show that she was putting on.
Maybe. Maybe.
But what about those things that fell out of their ship? They look just like the angels that she described.
What?
She told us that she called them the destroying angels. They were the most holy, the holy army of the gods.
No. Oh no.
I'm not sure what those things were. Yoko does it now.
Did you Yoko, take you aside there for a second,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Aside.
did you just excuse us there, Chicando?
Of course.
Talk to
Step
Dr.
over
Butcher for
here.
a moment.
Just step over here.
He'll teach you about synthetics.
Did you give him back that letter?
It's in the um, duffel bag. the,
His duffel bag?
the one that was overflowing with papers. It's in our. I think it's in the cargo hold.
Okay. All right. All right.
We should
Uh,
we should we should we should dig through their stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Chikanda, are you ready to enter into cryo sleep? We don't have enough rations to feed us all for the entire trip.
Oh, um, yeah, yes, of course. I understand. If if you have no further questions, I can get ready to enter sleep.
You will wake up
How
in a
long of a
much better
travel is it?
place. It'll only be a few days, but our rations are limited.
I understand. He kind of looks to Dr. Bircher, and we'll just, unless you want to speak with Dr. Bircher, we can have him
Yeah.
step off,
Yeah.
out of the scene and
Hmm.
to get
He
him
can
ready.
do his thing.
All
All
right.
right. Let's book it down to that duffel bag. They need some more
Yeah, we're gonna go
information.
dig through their stuff while they're all sleeping.
All right. So, there's not, I mean, you basically have like, you know, you can go through everything if you want to. If
Well,
you're going to stay awake this
can
whole
you bring
time,
up that
you can.
letter again, John?
Sure. Yeah. So
I just want to take a screenshot of it.
yeah, I will show it to you. That should did that bring it up?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep, we see
got
it.
it. Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
Oh, we can see the deacon now.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
can?
I can.
Well, when you close that, I would deacon where?
I don't
Under
know. It popped up on my
creatures.
screen, and it has the
Oh,
image. So
I don't see
yeah,
any
it's under
deacon.
so you
creatures.
should. Yeah, so under the handouts or the journal thing, you should see a creatures thing. That's where I'm going to put all of the things that you encounter. Um,
Okay. Let me see here.
Cool.
Handouts. Handouts. Uh, creatures. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Yes. Yes. Deacons. Okay. Yeah.
all right. So, do you want to look through this letter and like figure out what sort of questions you want to ask, or do you just want me to start, just giving you what you want to know? Like, I don't know if you have specific things that you're looking for or not.
Nothing specific. I just wanted to have a record of it offline. I
Yeah.
guess it is. Yeah,
Well,
because I
what
can't.
I'm
You
thinking
can't come
of
on here
Mm,
when I'm running, eh?
when I'm looking
right,
through
that's correct.
whatever documents they have, I'm looking for two
Okay.
things first. One is, are there other things written by Michaela's writing? I'm just looking at the handwriting mostly. And then are there other things written in the handwriting that was on the back? This handwriting that says intact nav computer and data. Like, I mean, maybe I can easily piece together that this back writing is definitely Chikanda's writing or something, but I'm not sure what I can discern just by looking through whatever documents they have and seeing if there's other
Okay.
handwritten stuff.
So, so based off of your review of all of the other documents, the writing on the back of this letter, you suspect that this is Chikandi's
Okay.
writing. It is not Mother Michaela's.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
there, as you're reading some of these other letters and documents and that sort of thing, you get the sense that so all of these refugees have come from various colonies, uh, the colonies that were established, that you're going to try to reconnect with. So there's survivors from various colonies, including the original that you went to,
mhm.
um, the
The original Gorham.
Gorham colony.
There are
Yes. So
Gorham colony survivors on our ship right now.
uh, no, well, I mean, you don't know if any of these refugees are actually from the Gorham colony, but these all of the documents and stuff are about not only the colonists that survived or the refugees that survived, but some of the ones that died during their escape, like
Yeah.
during
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
running from Mother Michaela during the crash onto
Okay.
outside the Dillon colony
So
that and
this
died of starvation afterwards, that sort of thing.
this documentation is like journal entries, or like how does it?
Yes, so there's
Okay.
all
Cool.
kinds of things. There's journal entries. There's paperwork from these colonies that
Cool.
actually like official paperwork that they can use for identification and that sort of
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like a
Uh,
mess, right? Like when
yeah. Oh,
when the
yes.
colonist
Yeah.
leaves, they like grab a box of documents, and it's like,
Wait, you said that was Chikandi's writing that was on the back of that letter?
Yes.
Oh,
So,
the list of
I'm so
tech stuff.
mm-hmm.
yeah. So let me. I'm going to try to give this to you in pieces, and then you can ask questions about those pieces. So I'm going to give you a sense for who these refugees are.
Okay.
You get so they're obviously from some of these colonies, both ones that you've encountered, some that you recognize as being on your list, or perhaps the bigger list for all of the other expedition vehicles. There's a few that were colonies that you have no record of, and it's possible that these were expansionist colonies that there
Right.
just aren't documentation from. You don't.
Right.
That's the only thing that would make sense. The refugees uh, all were somehow uh, frightened by Mother Michaela, whether that was by things that they saw Mother Michaela or her underlings do. Some of the people that disappeared may have been loved ones, uh, and others were just not comfortable with some of the requests, like the missions that Mother Michaela sent her on, where they were expected to kill innocent people uh, and capture their, uh, their ships. And it seems that Mother Michaela was most interested in gathering navigation charts, particular, essentially what the majority of the expectations of what these missions were on were to track down survivors, take over their ship, and steal their nav computer data.
Oh. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
there's no clear explanation amongst all this paperwork as to what it is that she may be looking for specifically.
Uh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Like it seems like she's trying to get a particular nav chart that she doesn't have,
Okay.
uh, but you don't know what it is, where it's to, or why she wants it.
All right.
Got it. Can I like roll something here just to like know how many questions I can ask?
Uh, I mean, you're pretty much going to. I mean, it sounds like you want to go through all of this during the entire, like, as
Okay,
long
so
as
we
you
have like
need
six
to. So I'm not
days.
going to make you. I'm not going to make you roll for something where you're going to have days and days of time
Search.
to search.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it makes more sense if I just answer all of your questions based off of what all of this documentation that the refugees brought with them,
Cool.
Okay. All
because
right.
there is a limit to what I can tell you from this. So
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
if you need to think some more, if you want to do it offline, we can do that too. It's up to you.
Okay.
yeah.
So these are the two big pieces of information we get, that all the refugees were frightened by Mother Michaela and what she's done, and that she was gathering nav charts looking for a particular chart.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Without getting down into the
So
details.
I'm keenly interested personally, as the botanist. Um, I'm keenly interested in the journal entries or the colonists' account of Michaela's transformations. Like, how has she changed? Like, oh, she seems taller today, or like, and like
You know what?
it's
what the
it's
colonist
not.
account of that looks like it. Yeah.
Okay, so I there's one account that sticks out that seems uh, to kind of answer this question.
Hmm.
There isn't like a series of journal entries that talks about her gradual
Right, right,
transformation,
right,
but there
right,
is one there,
right.
there is one that kind of sticks out where a young man who thought his sister had disappeared, and she thought she was most likely dead, and like Michaela did something with her, like so many other members of the children had disappeared.
Yep.
But he swears that he sees her uh, at one moment uh, in a crowd, uh, in a group that Mother Michaela and this group of people were going off to do some some ritual or pray to these gods or something along those lines. He's not quite sure because he doesn't participate, but
Mm-hmm.
he swears he sees his sister and sneaks up and follows the group. And uh, while he's watching this take place, he sees that he gets a good look at his sister, and she has black eyes, and sees Mother Michaela ingesting some sort of liquid, uh, and then thrashing around on the ground, or kind of, or not on the ground, but like hunched over and in pain or something.
Well,
And
was that Mother Michaela or his sister?
yes, no, Mother Michaela,
Okay.
uh, and she seemed. That's when he noticed that there was some sort of physical mutation or something that took place on Mother Michaela.
Mm.
It was hard to point out, but he noticed it right away, and it became more dramatic over time.
That is fascinating. I'll spend the
Yes.
remaining three
Yes.
days researching
Okay.
synthetics interactions with biological shit.
Um, so what I would be looking at is we've got refugees from other colonies and as you said, some that we've never heard of, right?
Yes.
Mm,
So I think then that maybe we could assume that the nav charts that, well, we should compare the nav charts. No, we don't know what nav charts she has, but maybe we can assume that the refugees come from the places where she got nav charts too, and
that
they
makes
went there
So
sense.
looking
okay,
so that
I think I know what you're saying.
she went there. She went to those colonies represented by the refugees that we have on board, looking for something or looking
Yes.
for one in particular, right? So I guess what I'm saying is can we start putting together a list of probable colonies? Well, what we know that she's been to, but that okay, then they have the nav charts for that. And then from that, is there any way do we have
Ooh,
then a list of colonies that are missing from from this list? You know what I
I
mean?
like this. You're
Like,
trying to
Yes.
compile a
Yeah.
blind spot list.
what's
Okay.
that?
You're trying to compile a blind spot list?
Sure.
Like
I don't know what that
so.
means.
So it sounds like that you essentially want to see what systems or the refugees are.
Represent.
I think
Re-
that's super
yeah,
valuable,
like
especially
where.
compared to what we were trying to reach out to, right? Like, look compared to our mother colonies list of like, oh, these are the places that we're interested in, getting a
Yeah.
recon about, right? Like, we want to have which of those have Michaela fingerprints.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
I think
yeah.
what Todd's saying is which don't have Michaela fingerprints.
Which ones
Is
don't
that
have? That's
Both
what I.
is
right?
That's
the same information, but yes,
right. Like she hasn't been there yet. All
Okay.
right. So that's
All
what
right.
I
Yeah.
want to kind of look at. So I don't know how many that means, but
Yeah. So I mean, that's going to require probably have to be something you'd either have to wake up call or some of the refugees to
yeah,
go over that list,
yeah.
or just wait till you get to the mother colony to do that.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I'll put that down as a to do.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Write
All
this
right.
down.
Should we stop here then?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
we can. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
yeah, it's
And we
great.
can. We're yeah.
We have some things. We have some things in motion, and we have some potential goals in on our radar.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. Interesting.
So we actually
All right.
have one remaining colony in our original agenda of 3 colonies to visit. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, you know that there are more, but that was the initial list that you were given.
Okay, next time I think we'll probably compare that remaining colony to Mother Michaela's
Yes. Yes. Yes.
stuff, and
Okay.
then
All right.
we'll decide if we want to go there or there are potential other destinations.
Yes, there are others you could compare it to. I mean, if you're back at the mother colony, you could perhaps even coordinate with the members of the other expeditions, or go to someone higher up, like someone in the governor's office who's coordinating everything, and try to get the master list and go from there.
Never mind the civil war going on in the mother colony right now.
Yes, that's the other thing, is you're going to find out what, I guess, about 2 weeks of the fighting is going on back at the mother colony with the general, and see what sort of progress the governor has made in controlling that.
Cool. I imagine we can spend probably a whole session on the mother colony, but if you need us to give you a direction in terms of what next planet we want to go to, or like what next situation we want
No,
to
I think the
can
next
coordinate.
session will probably be entirely at the mother colony, unless you like.
Okay.
I'll be able to provide that information. The list that you're going to compile, so we'll be able to go through that, and you'll be able to make some decisions, and we'll see what's going on over at the mother colony,
Sounds
and
great.
whether you'll have any roadblocks with getting going.
Everything will be fine.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm sure they just sat down and calmly had a discussion,
I'm
and
sure the
everything worked
facehuggers
out.
haven't
Worked out their
completely taken over the mother
differences.
colony.
It'll be fine.
And that sample that scientist stole from there, that's probably nothing.
Nothing. No.